happening around the world, and especially in Victoria, here in Australia and Victoria, they're having a pretty hard time of it. I know there's a lot of people that are really down on Daniel Andrews, who's the Premier of Victoria. It's like the Governor of the state in New South in the US. He's the Premier of Victoria, and everybody's just after his scalp. You know, they're all saying, oh, we would have done this, we would have done that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, but if you were running the state, you know, yeah, you probably would have screwed up too. So, I don't have any love of politicians or any particular political leaning, but, yeah, just consider the fact that no one really knew what was going to happen. I sort of expected a second wave, and it did occur, which is not unusual. That doesn't mean I'm a psychic, but you know. So anyway, what this video is about, it is a fishing video, but first of all, I just want to announce a new channel, G11 Outdoors. Okay, so what's going to happen is Go Bangs 11 as it is now will still be Go Bangs 11, but all of the actual outdoor content will be on G11 Outdoors. So this is the last video that you will see that will have actual outdoors content, like fishing, hunting, camping in general, or any outdoor activity, right? Actual practical outdoor activity. It's no longer going to be on Go Bangs 11. Maybe a little bit of it, I don't know. But my actual outdoor activity channel will be G11 Outdoors. Don't go searching for it because I haven't got it up yet. All right. In the process of doing that, and in the process of preparing a new intro. It's not going to be the Go Bangs 11 crocodile intro. Much loved, including me. I love that picture. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. And as a celebratory, I'm having a celebratory drink for the new channel. I'm drinking Peroni, made in Italy. Anyone who thinks that all the Italians can do is make wine is wrong, because this beer is very good. Yeah, Peroni is very good. I'm assuming this is their original. Tradizione e qualità. Which, yeah, tradition and quality. So, not hard to work that out. So, essentially, I just wanted to announce the new channel and let people know what is going on. If you go to Go Bangs 11 and you don't see any actual fishing or whatever outdoor content, which there hasn't been a lot of aside from fishing, but I intend to produce a lot more outdoor activity, either related or, you know, all the gear reviews will still probably be on Go Bangs 11. I won't be doing any gear reviews on G11 Outdoors. G11 Outdoors will just be outdoor activity. So I'll probably put, if I do some filming at the archery club, there'll be some of that. If I go hunting, there'll be some of that. If I go camping, that. Yeah, so all the outdoor stuff. So watch the video. It is a bit lengthy, but I have a fair bit to say. Pardon me. I do have a fair bit to say, pardon me, regarding a few things, but I do catch a fish, so there you go, I'll catch a fish. And I feed some nice some nice eagles. None of them are hawks, they're all eagles. I do call one of them a hawk, but it's not, it's an eagle. I feed a sea hawk, which is huge, beautiful animal. I feed a Brahminy kite, which is an eagle. And I tried to feed a black kite, which is also an eagle, but yeah, he just wasn't interested. He just wanted to cruise around up on the thermal like some, you know, like some stoned surfer. So, sorry, surfers. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to get out of the way. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you later. Okie dokie. Back in my favourite spot, just trying to shield the microphone. Oh look, there's a nice big hawk. You see that one? Oh, it's a big fella. Okay, so the weather's, it's just a brilliant sunny day. As usual, there's a fair bit of wind. I just got to get these mullet into the water. So I stopped on the way to my usual bait gathering spot, and I got five or six. How many's in there? Let me count. I got 2, 4, 5 mullet. I'll probably use the large one last, just in case I run out, and hopefully employ him as cut bait, which I don't really want to do, but you know. So I'll just get all my gear set up. So I didn't bring the net because I got them, so I didn't want to carry 2 heavy buckets. Now I'll put this rod over here. Maybe I've got the right angle on this. It's always hard to tell. Down a bit more. Center it on my chest. So I did go fishing a little while ago, and I did get a little barramundi. It was like 52 centimeters, which is sort of typical for here. It is something of a nursery, and most of the barramundi that I do catch here are undersized. That's a bit frayed. They have to be 58 here, which is a good size. Probably, if you get one that's 60 centimeters, that is just perfect eating size. You know, once they get into the female realms, because see, I made these pretty rough, but I don't care. I just wanted them practical. Kydex sheath for my equipment, so that's lip grips. What else? That's the lip grip. Then I've got the cutters. These are a nice set of cutters. I've got to wash them and oil them. There you go, they're really good. Put them on this side. What else? Put my measuring stick out, and being hopeful. Pliers. You sort of have to muck around with how much tension and how many eyelets and that you use to get it right. Okay, what else? There, and of course I just use a Barco. These things are like, I don't know, $15 or something at one of the tool stores that I shop at, and it's a Mora. It's a Mora Companion, but in Barco colours, branded as Barco. I mean, check a look at that sticker, made in Sweden. That's a Mora sticker. Mora even printing the stickers for them. So good old Mora stainless, or Barco stainless. Now the first bait I'm going to put out is on the hand line. I always like to do that first, and I don't like using too big a hook. That's all right. That hook's all right. It is 35-pound line on the hand line, 30-pound or 35. This hook's rusted out, so I'll get rid of him. Like that. I always like to use a bead. That way the hook is not hitting straight onto the sinker. Even though the sinkers are lead, after a period of time, when that line, let's put that in my bag. So after a period of time, you could get the line. Although I doubt that my hooks would stay sharp or rust free for that long. I am predominantly a saltwater fisherman, so
Oh, I buggered that up. Did I? Yeah, I did. Don't know how. I don't know, you can check this out. This is how I do a snood. This is my snood. It's not a normal one, but it works for me very successfully. So what you do is you loop it over and then you start and you turn, put it through the loop at the bottom. I've seen other snoods and they're totally different, but this is the one. I don't know if this is anyone's even thought of this one, because originally it was sort of screwed up snood. I never did it properly, and a buddy of mine who snoods hooks the old-fashioned way said, "Oh no, that's wrong." But you know what? It works, and it's worked for a long time, and it doesn't come undone. So it tightens up on itself. Yeah, I like it. I don't recommend it, but that's the way I do it. So if anyone's got a problem with it, bad luck. Oh, I'd just like to comment on my last video. In my last two videos, they were dietary dietary advice videos, because I'm keto or almost carnivore. I'm gonna get the second biggest, that one. And there's only one person who's commented on it. I did drink a fair bit on it, and clearly, and I did essentially insult vegans. So there's only one person who's commented on it. What is it? Brendan Roper, I think his name is, and he gave me 4 thumbs down. No comment, just 4 thumbs down, which I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I was expecting a lot more thumbs down. In fact, I wanted a lot more thumbs down, and so I haven't actually had a look to see who Brendan Roper is, but I'm having a guess that he's a vegan. Because I tell vegans that they're idiots, and they are. You are. It's just that simple. I mean, man, if there's one book you need to read about vegetarianism and vegans, it's a book by a lady called Lier Keith, Lieerre. She was a vegan for 20 years, vegan activist for 20 years, and you know what? She got sicker and sicker, and then finally, she really started questioning whether vegans were sane and animal activists were sane, because at one conference there was a proposal, a suggestion that in Africa, the Serengeti Plain, which has just got wildebeest and lions and leopards and it's just a huge game reserve, and their proposal, get this, was to put a fence down the middle of the Serengeti and have the carnivores on one side and the vegetarians on the other, like animals, and make the carnivores eat vegetables. Just make sure that this thing isn't splashed on. No, I mean, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's a logical proposal. That's the sort of batshit crazy stuff that these people, think up. Man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I was actually flabbergasted by that one. Myself hoarse for about 10 minutes. Oh man. You know what? Every animal dies. Every plant dies. Every living creature dies. We die. Unfortunately, due to our Judeo-Christian background, and the philosophy that is based around that, of essentially fearing death. I don't know if all the desert religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, if they all fear death so much, but certainly the Christians, they're shit scared of it. I mean, if I died tonight or tomorrow or whatever, well, so be it, Oh, you just missed that. There's a bird that just dive bombed. Can you see him there? That's a tern. I'm pretty sure it's a tern. It just did a big dive bomb. Yeah. That's one of the things about the area that I live in is the prolific amount of bird life. It's absolutely astounding. A lot of people come to this area to view the bird life. Heaps of bird watchers. And we've got a few famous people who film bird life. Like if you've ever seen any footage of the rifle bird, that's that one that with its wings to entice a mate into, that's their courtship. Well, that footage was taken in this area. They are native to this area. In fact, the local totem or whatever, I don't know. It used to be on our shire, council shire insignia or whatever it is, and they changed it. I'm not really sure why. Damn, this thing's hard to take off. But yeah, the rifle bird, they got footage of that here. So when you see David Attenborough with footage of the rifle bird, that was taken by, I can't remember his surname, John. His first name's John. He's in a bit of a controversy because he claimed to have founded previously thought extinct parrot, its eggs and all this, and they reckon that he faked it, and I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, so it's a real bird watcher's paradise, and people come here from near and far. And I haven't buggered that up totally. Yeah, so I'm going to take the popper off because I've never really had any success with poppers. I don't know why. I'm not really totally sure why that is. Perhaps someone can enlighten me on what I'm doing wrong with poppers. Probably everything. Probably everything wrong. Now, I really like that one. It's really flashy and blah blah blah, but again, no success. So I'm going to try one of these. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, I'm trying to use the soft bodies. God, I hate this plastic they put on here. Why do they do that? Seriously, that much of it? It only needs to go near the tip, really. Alright, chuck that in my bag. Don't want to rubbish Australia. So I'll give this thing a try. Probably, who knows, I haven't really caught much on a lure in quite a while, so it's going to be interesting to see if I get any hits with it. So I have that hand line. The hand line is pretty much in the honey hole. It might have moved. The bait might have moved down a bit with the tide, but it's pretty slow at the moment. So I'll see if there's anything out there. That's a pretty light lure. That's all right. Make sure the drag isn't on too hard. It's a pretty light lure, so the drag doesn't have to be too tight. That way, if something does really smack it, make sure my hands aren't in the way, because I have a tendency of putting my hands in the way of the camera. I think it's swimming sideways, which is probably that snap swivel I've got on there, making it swim sideways. A few jerks, let them know it's there. Probably swimming upside down, and if there's fish that are hungry, they'll probably snap it up anyway. No, it's swimming all right. Yeah, I'll just walk along. Oh yeah, that's a good spot. I'll just keep walking along here. It is quite shallow. It has silted up. There used to be quite a deep gutter right along up against the mangroves, but the bank. But that's slowly silted up. We'll probably need a nice, good downpour, maybe even a flood to get that washed out. This area is constantly changing. I mean, this bank had gone quite small, and then it split in two, and then it got bigger, and yeah, it's constantly changing. Alright. See if anything is hanging around. So I haven't heard any feeding. It's probably the warmest part of the day. I'll just make sure this thing is still recording. You're still recording. Alright, sorry, switch that off. It's still recording. Because the screen does go, I don't know, yeah, probably need to just touch the screen. Well, it's not a touch screen. Yeah, this is my good old Yee light. I'm still using it. It's just still works fine. I don't really like to go fishing in the rain. I don't like doing anything in the rain, so it's not really an issue for me. You know, I'm not a surfer, or whatever, snowboarder or whatever, where you need your camera to be waterproof. This thing's doing fine. I'm very happy with it. It cost me like 120 bucks, and I don't know. I mean, I know a few people got GoPros and they reckon they're alright, but the guy at my fishing tackle shop, he says he used to sell them, but he stopped selling them because and I'm pretty sure it was the 7s too, 6s or 7s. He reckoned that people just bringing them back, they were having problems with them, and I don't know, because the problem is that to get the cheapest deal, I'd probably buy it online, and that might be really old stock, some of the stuff that they had problems with, which I'm loath to do. It's very quiet, very quiet. Oh, there we go. Something is hitting this for sure. So I'll just something's already hit it. There's definitely something might have already swallowed it, or it's probably a barra just having a feel around. That's what they do. They're really, really sneaky fish, like really sneaky. They'll grab it in their mouths and they'll just sort of play with it. They'll suck all the scales off, like quite literally. The amount of times where I've gotten a bait back and it is totally devoid of scales. It has sucked all the scales off it. Why that is, I really don't know. Again, maybe someone can enlighten me. Let's fuck it a bit deeper. The tide's still going out. Yeah, you really got to play with them, eh? Really got to play with them. Sometimes they just inhale it, and that's that. If they're in the mood, I might just check this. Oh, I think oh, I was around a log. Alright, so there's some structure down there definitely, and I had my bait ripped off, which is unfortunate because I haven't got that many. So what I might do is I won't go into the structure, I'll try and lure them out. As I said, I don't have that much bait, so I've got 2 out, got 3 left. I don't want to risk losing another one in structure. So one of the little ones, where he is. God's sake, don't jump out. Okay. Ooh. So I should have 3 more left. Okay. There he is. Very nice. Mullet. Everything loves mullet. Try and actually get it through the backbone. Sorry. I know Peter and all the vegans will be freaking out like crazy. But try and get it through the backbones, and it's a lot harder for them to rip it off the hook, because mullet are not don't have the hardest flesh. They're quite soft, so they're pretty easily ripped off a hook if it's at the end of the tail, or near the tail, and just soft area. So what I'll do is I won't go right up against. I'll go back there. Leave him there. Might just let it free spool, because the current is quite. No, I won't. I'll put the drag on. It is a bait caster, so I mean a a bait runner. So there's definitely something over there. See if I can entice them. There's always fish there. I mean, yeah, always. Whether they want to take your bait or not, or your lure or whatever, is another story. But yeah, there's always fish there. So I did the right thing this time. I bring a camera, and what's going on there? Is that getting tickled? This thing's getting surged out again. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It could just be the bait, but something's making him move around. I hope it's deep enough for the eagles, although I don't see any eagles other than that first one that I saw. Yeah, the last time I was here they were dive bombing it and they actually grabbed one, and yeah, no, that feels like the bait. Which is good. You don't want them just lying still playing possum. You want them having a bit of movement. So, okay, that was interesting. So I'll put that back and keep luring. I'll probably be quite talkative today because I had something that I've discovered that I'd never heard of before, or had before, Bulletproof Coffee, which is coffee with, it's supposed to be coffee with butter and MCT oil, which is derived from, it's refined from coconut oil. I prefer using totally natural, so I just use a little knob of butter, some coconut oil, and I also put in cream, heavy cream, double cream, and what else? And it just grated a little bit of nutmeg in there. I think next, which was really nice. Oh, something hit that. I think something's hit that. It was only a slight deviation of the line, but either he's panicking, tried to escape, or something. Oh no, that's something swallowing him. Oh, it feels like something's hitting him. It. That's what it feels like. It's hard to tell. How's my hand line going? Where is my hand? Oh, there it is. It's behind the bucket. I'm gonna have to move that. I can't see it. Is this guy still? No, he's still there. Okay, so he's just very active. Maybe something's scaring the crap out of him, which is good. Then you know that something's there. These reels, the pen bait runners, they are just, yeah, really made to last. A little bit heavy, but that's all right. You know, I don't mind that. I'm not a huge fan of plastic, but just the tension on it. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about the tension just to make it, because I like it virtually, you know, no tension, so that when the fish, especially barramundi, when they yank on it, if they feel any resistance, half the time they'll just spit it back out, and don't want that. So just got to make that drag, the drag nice and loose at the bottom. That is, at the bottom of the drag range. It's just a little bit for that size of reel too. Although you can put some seriously heavy line on that reel. They are bulletproof reels. My understanding with pen reels, what happened was that they sort of turned to crap for a while there. Oh, that's just the fish swimming. That's the bait swimming. Why is he swimming? He's swimming away from something. The rod's pulsing, which is, yeah, tail action. He's swimming. Whether he's trying to get away from something or not, I don't know. But anyway, pen reels. There was a period there. What happened was that, this is what I'm told. I'm told that the Chinese bought the company, some Chinese company bought it and started churning out garbage. And I did have one of those garbage reels. Yeah, it was garbage. Like it was still all metal, all alloy and all that, but yeah, it was certainly not pen of old. So what happened was that I don't know, some concerned American fellows from the US, I don't know how they managed it, but they bought the company back to America and started producing good stuff again. So this is one of the pitfalls of ordering online, is that, yeah, especially, you know, there's people that buy up stock that's garbage, and but it's still the same brand. It might be made at a period when they were, you know, going through a period of making garbage. And that was certainly the case with the pen reels. But I've got how many? I've got a couple of pen reels, the good ones, the later made ones, American made ones. I don't have a problem with Chinese product, like really, I don't. The Chinese make some good stuff, but you know, you got to pay for it, like anywhere. If you want quality, you got to pay for it. You know, you can't get quality. What was what was that racing team? Was he Roger Penske or whatever his name? He said his quote was, "You can't drink champagne on a beer budget," and that's literally the truth. If you want quality, you got to pay for it. You know, it takes money to make something that's worth money. If you think you're going to get something that's worth money and you pay very little, well, you know. And the pen reels are real good quality. No doubt there's a lot of that Chinese stock still out there, so you just got to watch it. Same as the small Abu Garcia, like, oops, what was that? I was smelling. Like the 55,000s, 5500s, and that. Like I had a, you know, I had a, because there's the Swedish made ones, and then there's ones made in China. I don't know if they still make them in China, or if they're all of them made in China now, or whether they're all made in Sweden. But if it doesn't have made in Sweden on it, yeah, I steer clear of it. That thing's not swimming very well at all. What's going on? What's going on, bait? Lure? This lure is not very good. Yeah, so that's my opinion of fishing reels. This is not an expensive reel. What is it? I think it's a Ryobi or something. But you know, it works really well. It's really smooth. Yeah, I've had it for quite. I think this is the second one I got. Well, this might be the first of two that I've got. They're pretty good. Oh look, something. A toadfish. I had a little puffer fish. Take a look at it. That's pretty sad when you got toadfish coming after your bait. That's the only thing you got coming after your bait. You know, there's people that, you know, live by the almanac, the fisherman's almanac, and you should do this on this moon, and I'm not that scientific. I prefer just go out. If I catch something, I'll catch something. If I don't, I don't. That simple. You know, half the fun is, or most of the fun is just being out here and enjoying Mother Nature. I'd like to catch something, but I'm not going to cry if I don't. What have I done here? So I'll try this thing. This is a cheapie, but it swims really good and it looks really good. And I've got my glasses on, so I can't see anything. What do you mean you got your glasses on? Well, oh, something just hit that. What I mean is that I'm long-sighted, so I've got astigmatism, it's called. And I get, at a distance, I get ghosting, 2 images and whatnot. That's not a deterioration of your eye as such. It's your eye going out of round, out of shape. Because what happens over the years is that when you're first born, the fluid in your eye is very, very, very thin. It is literally like water. As you get older and older, I think something followed that. It begins to thicken. And let's have a look at this fish. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all the scales that just been stripped off him. He's got no scales on that part of his body. So a barra had him in his mouth, or had it in its mouth. So there's definitely a barra there, and they were definitely interested. What I need to do, I think, is just hang on to this. I need to check that hand line because, or what I might, I might just check that hand line, because you never know. The fish can be pretty sneaky. They'll just swallow it, and you know, if there's enough slack on line, they'll swallow it, zip back into their little hidey hole, and just sit there, waiting for another fish to come along. So a lot of the time, you'll actually have a fish in your line. See, I can't see that. That bucket, and you won't even know that you got a fish in your line until you go to check it, which has happened to me quite a lot. So I'll get this. Usually what happens is I'll come over here, check this hand line, and then that line will go off. You know, I don't like them having them too close together. What's going on here? No, he's still on here. Alright. So they're not really in a feeding frenzy. One of the advantages of coming here on low tide is that I'm probably one of the few people who fishes low tide. Everybody wants to fish the change of the tide or the high tide. He's got, oh yeah, he's been stripped as well. So Barrow have had both of them. Make sure I'm not tangled up. Have had both of them in their gobs. A gob is slang for mouth. Right, man, that line is so twisted. I keep saying I've got to untwist it. Yeah, and I never do. So, what's that I hear? I heard some action somewhere. Just trying to spot where it happened. Don't know. So what we'll do is just break that stick. It's pretty rotten. That doesn't want to break. That stick, piece of stick. Yeah, and just put there like that. So if it gets pulled over, you know that something's had a go, because you can't always see a track in the sand from where the handline's been yanked. I like to use, I got that, someone locally turned that handrail. I bought it at a Sunday market, and I really like it because it floats, so that, and I've had it happen, you know, some fish that just went berserk and just dragged it into the water. Luckily I was able to run in and grab it. With the plastic ones, they go out of shape. They're just cheap shit, really. So if you can get a wooden handrail, get a wooden handrail. I highly recommend it. So the barras, it's either one, well, it'd be more than one barra. They're definitely here. They're definitely checking the mullet out, but for whatever reason, they're just sucking all the scales off them and not swallowing them. Both of my baits, my mullet, on both lines, have had the scale sucked off them. That is classic barramundi. No other fish I know does that. Only barramundi do that. So I probably should have brought the net, but I don't plan staying here way too long. Hopefully I'll get onto a barra and you can see a bit of acrobatics, and then yeah, that'll be the thrill. One of the problems with doing fishing videos that you know, it can take a fair bit of editing, chopping it up and changing it and that, because you know, cutting and shutting, because so much of it is just dead boring. So hopefully you don't find my my monologue too boring, too monotonous. So I think I'll just shut up now and just wait. All right, shutting up. Oh, there's a nice eagle. So much for shutting up. Yeah. And he's a Brahminy kite. I found out what they're called. It's a Brahminy kite. There's pretty much two species that hang out here. They're mostly Brahminy kites. What's that? It's dragging. My hand reeled, it is. Alright. Alright. Oh no. I thought I heard something dragging. That's strange. I'm just gonna, so the tide's still going down. I'm going to move my bait bucket again. So they got a nice decent amount of water. I'm sure I heard that dragging. It's a strange sound. There's no one else around. Yeah, like I was saying, the two main eagle species are Brahminy kites and black kites. Both eagles. And I thought that the black kites were hawks, but they're not. There we go. Something's right. So something is feeding somewhere. I'm trying to spot where it is. And is it over there? Is it? The other species that I see now and then, and they are huge, are the sea eagles. They are big. Really big. They are gorgeous animals. So much for shutting up. That Brahminy kite's still flying around. Trying to spot where this. Oh, okay. What's going on there? Is that feeding or? No, that's. I think that's actual bait fish. It's coming to the surface. You can see that. Oh. Here they come. It's popping on the surface. You must be, it could be, this guy's pulsing again. So, I'm going to assume that he's being hit or swallowed by a barramundi. So, get ready. One of the nice things about braided line is the hand line moved? Oh. One of the nice things about the braid is that you can really feel everything because there's virtually no elasticity in the line. And it's so nice. I know I'm going to jinx myself now. So nice that the wind is quite, you know, there's a little bit, but not a lot. So I'm just going to go and have a look at my hand line because I don't know whether I'm imagining things, but I think it might have moved. I need to make that stick longer. That does look like it's moved. Has that moved? Yes, it has. The stick is knocked over. See? So something's had a yank of it. Well, the stick wasn't stuck in the ground, so there was no pressure there. Let me see if think I'm onto something. Swimming this way now. I am onto something. I think it's a flathead. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's a nice flatty. Oh, flatheads are a local, well, Australian species. Oh yeah, he's a good size too. Yeah, baby. These are such good eating. That's a nice flatty. That is a nice flatty. Probably about average for this area. They can get pretty big. I've had some big flathead. So I'm really happy about that, because this is a good eating fish. You get some nice fillets off it. Try and get him to open his gob. Hey, open your gob, you stupid thing. They got this real sort of... He's not being very cooperative at all. They are covered in spikes too. Hey, come here. You've got to be really careful with them. You've got to be really careful. They're covered in spikes. Open your gob, you idiot. Oh man. I'm going to have to get my pliers. Grab him by the gob until he's open. And then I don't tangle the line too much around him. And then get my lip grip in there. Alright. So, hey. Oh, I think he's really swallowed this. Does that come through his gills or what? Because the bait fish, where is the bait fish? I think something's already grabbed it. Yeah, the bait fish, there's the bait fish swimming right there, so I'll just grab him back. Because he's going to get... Like I said, I haven't got many. He's swimming upside down, so I don't have many. He's still alive, so totally devoid of scales. So, and the flathead have got, they do have teeth, but they're really fine teeth, like a cheese grater. So, let's see if I can get this hook out of him. Where's the hook, you stupid thing? It might be in his gills. Where's the hook? Nah. Yeah. I'll have to retrieve that hook later. I'll just cut it off. Pull it back. Yeah. I'll do that later. Just snip him off. Just give these a wash. Those a wash. When I get back home, I'll have to give them a wash. So now, I shouldn't have done that. Now what I'll do is just, for those of you squeamish, Peter, animal lovers, whatever, I'm an animal lover, but you know, these are such good eating, right? So there, it'll bleed out pretty quick, and so there's dinner. Lovely. Yeah. All right. Now I'll have to use the lip grip again. There's no easy way of grabbing these guys, because they are, like I said, they're carved in spikes. You gotta open your gob, you stupid thing. That's it. So I'll just give them a wash. Hope he doesn't escape. And wash some of that sand off him. So there you go. That's an Australian flathead. He's a good size. He's a keeper. Because they only have to be what? Let's see, Queensland. Let's see, what's the flathead? 30. Oh, he's well over 30. So I'll get some water in this bucket and get him in it, let him bleed out. So a bit more water. In you go. yeah, there's dinner. That was good. Always nice to catch fish when you go fishing. Not essential, but you know. So yeah, if you've never seen an Australian flathead before, that's an Australian flathead. Really good eating, like really good eating. As far as they're an estuary fish, you know. So put another hook on that line. So not really that surprised. Yeah, but because what they do is they lay down in the sand and just do a bit of a flutter, and they cover themselves in the sand, even though they don't need to. Their camouflage is just like you saw. It's quite amazing. And then they're a real ambush predator. They'll just lay there and wait. And I might put a small hook on there until something comes along. Ow, that's sharp. And yeah, they'll just jump on it and then promptly lay back down. Wait for something else. Find in this line. Where is the end of it? There it is. At the end of it? No. The end of it is over here. Right here. And this line is twisted. Yeah, remember what I was talking about. Yeah, they're a real ambush predator, the flathead. I mean, he only just dragged that reel a little bit and just lay back down. So for the less attentive, wouldn't have even noticed. If I hadn't had that stick there, I wouldn't have even realised that that it had been. Oh, I just figured out what that scraping sound is that I keep talking about. It's the back. I've got a new hat, so it's the back of this hat rubbing on the back of my shirt. Oh man, what a moron! What a Gumby. Okay, so got a new hook on. It's a smaller one because the next bait is. Oh, I think something's hitting that rod. That line straightened out appreciably a lot. So I really hope you get a barramundi. Oh yeah, man, it's on. It is well and truly on. Oh yeah, I think this is a barra. I think this is a barra. Might be a jack. Ah, it's a jack. Yeah. Well, what is it? Oh, it's a crab. How do you like that? It is a. Oh no, it's junk. No, it's a crab. It is a crab. What beauty. Yeah, but it's a female. So look at this. Totally tangled up in it. You're an idiot. Hey, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Come on, get untangled. Oh man, you gotta be careful with these things because they are absolute brutes. But it's a female. Get off the line again. Oh God. Woman. And it is a woman. I know it's a woman. Got it on its back. How you can tell is that there is where they keep their eggs, where the males keep their spawn or whatever, the sperm. That's a really wide one, and that means female. You can't keep females. So yeah, go on, get in there, bugger off. And there's my bait. I can see my bait looks dead. I have a feeling that that mongrel's been chewing on it. Yeah. Ooh, something sliced it open. I'll chuck it back out there. I shall chuck it back out there. Hopefully there is not another crab there. Oh no. That's not good. Oh no. There we go. Going back in the water. Hopefully that crab doesn't go back on it. Because that bait's dead, so yeah, so that was a if you've never seen a mud crab before, they're called mud crabs. They very expensive to buy, very delicious to eat, and yeah. Have I tossed that back out? No, I have not, because I didn't get a chance to put a bait on. So I'll just drop that where it lay. Man, this line is so twisted. Alright, I was in the process of putting a bait on. Okay, this damaged one, I'm putting him back on. You still got a little, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of life in him, but yeah, still alive. So we'll see if we can do a see if we can get him beaten again. See if we can get him eaten by something a bit more impressive, like that barramundi. So make sure this lens isn't coated in, I've got a spot or something on it. Oh no, it's hard to no, it's not. Oh, shut up. Yeah. So I've got dinner. I wasn't planning on having fish. I might save him for tomorrow. Yeah. Probably tomorrow. Oh, I'll have half of him. Save the head for soup and have half the one fillet tonight. One fillet later. Because flathead does freeze all right. Yeah. Oh, shut up. God. Seriously. So what I'll do, put it like that again. Spot that a fair way away because the stick's been bent over, toppled over. Yeah, that flathead, he fought funny. By that I mean, didn't fight like a traditional flathead, which is pretty much almost just a dead weight. There's not a lot of head shaking and side motion and that usually with a flathead. At least on the flatheads that I've always caught. They're usually just pretty much a dead weight, and sometimes you think, oh, I've got nothing on there. In fact, when I was retrieving it initially, I thought I was just hooked on some structure or something. So we'll keep on with the luring. See if we can entice something to hit this lure, which I reckon is a really good looking lure, but for some reason it doesn't get any hits. He swims well. Yeah, he's swimming all right, very nicely. A lot of motion. You'd think that would attract. Stick being pushed over. No, it's just hard to see. It's quite a, it's the same colour as the, almost the same colour. Well, yeah, it's brown. Yeah, it's brown and sticky, a stick. So, don't like going too far away from the rod because, yeah. Ooh, that's a good spot, that is. Come on, there's got to be something there that wants this. Let's do that up a bit more. Come on. Oh, he's bumping along the bottom. I just have to have the rod up in the air. Ooh, there's a fair bit of structure. I probably see a branch poking out of the water. I don't want to get this snagged up because it's the only one of these that I've got. It's tangled up. Oh no, it's come free. Too late. Keep an eye on everything. Because the clicker on that drag on that pen is pretty quiet. You can't really hear it. You don't hear it very well, which is probably my own. That and the drag is a little bit too tight. Other than that, it's a fantastic reel. Yeah, you can buy it. I've had cheapies. Quite cheap and look, this thing does a great job, but that one will last a lifetime, that reel. This one, look at that. This one, who knows. So I'll try and go in there, which is nice. Let's sink a little bit. Give it a bit of a jerky. What is that? What kind of eagle is that? See that eagle? That's a black kite, yeah. Black kite. It's not black, but that's a weird thing. I forgot to grab my little fingerless gloves. Oh no, actually they might be in the bag. Forgot about that. Otherwise my hands get sunburnt because yeah, I'm a pale face, a real pale face. Yeah, and I don't like being sunburnt. Are they in here? No, they are not. Because I remember I washed them and I know where they are. It's on the couch where I put them, ready to go. But luckily the sleeves on this thing are really long, so I can cover them. So yeah, let's see if there's anything there. Oh, there we go. That was a terrible cast. I'm not a very good overhead caster. Yeah, it takes me a while to get used to one particular rod and line and lure when it comes to overhead casting. I seem to do better side casting. Right. I'll do overhead now. I'll probably do it well. So I'm not very good at it. So that's exactly where I was aiming for. Yeah, I'm not a very good overhead caster. I put it within about a foot circle of where I wanted it. I wanted it right in the middle of that. Well, it's decomposed mangrove root. It's not actually earth. That little hill, just ahead of it, and I did. Whereas with the side cast, yeah, I just need to try it again. Yeah, see, I'm off. Yeah, they're not interested in this thing. Hey. Oh, reel's making a bit of noise. Needs a bit of oiling, I think. Even my cheap reels, I take pretty good care of them. Because, man, I go to some people float and, you know, see their tackle, their reels and rods and that, and they're just a mess. You know, they don't take any care of them whatsoever. They just, yeah, let them corrode and just get coated in grime. I'm not like that at all. I like to take care of my stuff. My rods and reels and bows and guns, you know. So, one thing that I want to just do is, because this is going to be quite possibly one of my first videos on G11 Outdoors. All the outdoor stuff is going to be going on G11 Outdoors. That will be my other channel. Well, there will be a third channel, but in completely different topics, and yeah, you'll see. Well, maybe you won't, because I probably won't tell anyone that I'm doing it, so that people don't realise who I am. But yeah, so this will be the first video of G11 Outdoors. Just to focus more on having a channel that is purely outdoor related, so shooting, you know, or hunting and fishing and camping, the range stuff, you know, and accuracy testing and all that. It'll still be on GoBangs 11, but the actual practical outdoor stuff is going to be on G11 Outdoors. So, but I'll tell everyone at the start of this video, so you all know. I mean, I don't, you know, I've got bugger all subscribers. I don't, you know, what are the last time I looked, something like 325 subscribers or something on GoBangs 11, which is, it's sort of, it was going to be purely just firearms related, but I've sort of gone off the track somewhat, you know, especially with COVID and that. Couldn't that fish? Okay, I think something's going. I hope it's not that bloody crab again. There's a little bit of pulsing in this rod, which is, I mean, that bait fish was pretty much dead, virtually. So I don't know what's going on with it. So, oh, something, there you go. I think it's that crab again. Is it? No, I've got something on. Am I? No. Probably that crab eating it again. I don't know. Might move it. Let's grab this. Might move it closer to the honey hole. That's what I'll do. Closer in. No, I don't have to go as far. Something happens. Okay. So, take that up a bit. In fact, I might, he's dead. Dead as a whale. What I'll do is, I'll just cut him up so there's a bit more blood in the water. So I have not had one hit on the lure. Some of you might say, well, that's not surprising because you're hopeless at it. Yeah. I don't claim to be very good luring. I have caught quite a few fish on lures, but recently, no. Whether that's to do with me, or I don't know, the lures I'm using, or the technique, or I don't know. I've always had success with hard-bodied lures. But this thing's still fresh. So what I'll do is just put a chunk on there, like that. Probably not much blood left. Oh, there's a bit of blood left. Yeah, not really sure why on the luring side of things I've been deficient. I haven't been luring that much really lately, because I don't know, there's guys that just, that's all they do, they just lure. I like to cover all the bases, you know, because there's nothing worse than going out, you know, luring for a whole day and just, you know, nothing happens. That's pretty depressing. So just gonna keep this away from predators. Like I said, I wasn't planning on staying here for too long, but I'm getting interest. Yeah, I mean, I do like to use live bait, but chunks of dead bait does work. So yeah. And the wind picks up. Sweet. So I've got one large live mullet left. And what I'll do with it, because I don't know if it's a he or a she, what I'll do with it is, what time is it? If nothing happens soon, I'll just put him back in the water. I know people, I have in the past, this is what happens, it usually happens. I'll go, oh, that's a really excellent bait. I don't want to, you know, if I come here and I can't get bait and, you know, I'm not going to have anything, so I'll keep, and it just builds up in my fridge, and then it's just a waste, you know. It's not a waste because I chuck it back in the ocean, so that, or creeks or whatever, so that things can eat it. But you know, there's no point in, you know, I suppose you vegans would be surprised, or, you know, animal activists would be surprised, but I'm not interested in killing animals if I don't have to. And some of you would say, well, you don't have to. Well, if, you know, if you want to be properly nourished, yeah, you do. I'd rather be the one killing the animal that I eat rather than doing it as a third party where, you know, it can be out of sight and out of mind, the actual killing, slaughtering, butchering and packaging, you know, totally out of sight, out of mind. You know what, I don't have a problem with animal activists and PETA people and vegans per se. It's just some of the nonsense that they go on with. The people who I really hold in contempt is the people who say, oh, you're a hunter, or you're a fisherman, whatever, or you like killing animals, blah, 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 and they're not actually vegetarian, when they're not actually vegetarians, when they're meat eaters. And you say, well, where do you get your meat from? Oh, you know, I buy it at the supermarket. Well, what do you think those animals commit suicide voluntarily? What do you think, it's euthanasia? So that sort of hypocrisy I really don't have much time for. Yeah. It's getting pretty boring. That mud crab, that was a nice size. That would have been easily 10 centimetres. You have to measure their carapace, their shell has to be 10 centimetres across at the widest place. And that was an easy 10, but it's a female. And I don't take, I know people who just take everything, but I don't. And it is illegal. It's not worth the fine that you get. And I mean, you know, this place gets hammered. A lot of people, there's commercial crabbers, there's, you know, all the amateurs, all the locals, everybody, they just hammer this place. It still keeps producing, but, you know, yeah, it is a pretty pristine, even though, you know, the old cane farmers get accused of trashing the environment with all their chemicals and everything, and rah, 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 rah. Well, there's quite literally, there's really no evidence that the environment is being affected by those farmers. you know, like none. So if they were trashing the environment, you know, I'd have a problem. And they'd have a problem too, because it's their backyard. This is their playground. Why would anyone in their right mind destroy their own backyard? Okay, it doesn't make sense. Do I agree with, having actually been in the sugar industry, I worked for two separate manufacturers of vehicles, of cane haul vehicles. They call them haul outs, and both in town. So there were two manufacturers, there's only one now. And so I've been in the industry, you know, but obviously since I stopped eating sugar and realised just how much it was poison, I haven't stopped eating sugar completely, but I don't eat it in the sort of refined, you know, processed way. Like I'll have a bit of honey, that's about it. And I know that, you know, people sneer at that. The purists, I'm trying to hide this microphone, that the purists will say, well, that's still sugar. You know, yeah, it is, but it's in a much more natural form, and it does have a lot of beneficial nutrients and antibacterial, antimicrobial properties, and I like the taste of it. And I've still got a sweet tooth, but you know, I don't eat anywhere near. Man, especially like sodas, soft drinks. I just don't drink them at all anymore. And I can't think of anything I like more, like especially when you're eating something really greasy, you know, something really, really fatty, which I am now, and there's nothing that goes better, especially like a pizza, you know, real fatty pizza and that, nothing better than a ice cold Coke. And I just don't drink any soft drink, Coke, anything anymore. So you know, I'll be honest, I miss it. You know, I miss having a nice cold Coke with something greasy, like pizza and that. You know, like some people like having a beer with pizza. Nah, I like having Coke. Jump that in there. Maybe entice something. I don't know. I think I'm wasting my time. Probably gonna get going soon. Now the wind picks up, which isn't good. I think there's a bunch of shit pickers just picking at that bait, that cut bait. I'm going to give this seagull's been very good. He hasn't been, or she, whatever, hasn't been bugging me a lot, so I'll give it some food. I'll give it that cut bait. Alright, seagull. Jonathan Livingston seagull. Yeah. What do I reckon of that? A very philosophical book, but didn't do much for me, really. Here you go. Yummy, yummy. There he goes. I picked one piece up. If he had been, or she had been smart, he would have swallowed one piece and flown away with the other piece. They do have a brain the size of a pea. Let's check this thing again. It feels very light. I don't know. Look at that. Oh man. Like I'd need to go up somewhere tall, put a weight at the end of it, and then try and get it to unspin. He's still alive. This guy's still alive. Unbelievable. Alright, back you go. There's an eagle flying around and he wants it. You can't have it, eagle. So, what I intend to do is, I think, say sayonara, because I'm getting hungry. I'd like to have a beer, edit this, do a bit of an intro, introducing my new outdoors channel, G11, and then I'll get out of here. I'll let that fish go. Where's that eagle? Should I give it to the eagle? I'll give it to the eagle. There you go, that's the natural thing to do. Eagles eat. Oh no, there's two. Alright, so I'll give the big one. You've had a good life. I'll give the big one to the eagle. There we go. There he goes. Oh, the sea eagle. The sea eagle missed it too. Oh, the sea eagle will come back and get it. Look at the size of that thing. That's a beautiful animal. Yep. Alright, Brahmani. I'll give you one too. Oh, I didn't even know that sea eagle was there. That's a sea eagle, that grey and white thing. Oh man, they're gorgeous. And big. They are big. Come on, stupid. Your fate is sealed, my friend. I'm sorry. Hopefully I can attract the attention of that Brahmani kite. There you go. Yep, there he comes. And he got him. There you go. 2 eagles fed. That's a good day. Fed a seagull, fed 2 eagles, got dinner, and he just came back and picked that little piece up. So he shouldn't whinge. Alright. Pretty good day overall. Pretty good day. Just a little water out this bucket. Turn my weight. This bucket over the top of my flathead. And it's covered in sand. So, and I haven't used up the whole battery yet. I did bring 1 extra battery, which I have a tendency to forget. So, I've got 3 batteries. They're pretty cheap. Yeah. So, oh man, this is, I'm going to cut this line off and get a new line. I've got heaps of it. So, it's just too twisted up. Oh, too twisted up. So, this bait on here it's not going to survive. So what I'll do is there might be another eagle up there. No, there's a turn. Well, I'll throw it out there. Whoever gets it, gets it. What's going on here? Oh. Alright. So this guy is really, yeah, he's had it. Not going to survive. Quite lively, but he's got no scales. He's got chunks out of him. Yeah. He's, without the scales, he'll just get diseased. There we go. Oh, there's an eagle up there. There you go. Gonna come down for it. That's a black kite. Right. Look, fish. That tern is interested, but they're sort of wary of the eagle. What are you doing, eagle? Come down. Here he goes. He's coming down. Ooh. Just riding the thermals. Come on, bro. That's called a black kite. It's not black. I know what he's doing. Can you even see it? Come on. He's too busy riding thermals to care about the fish. I'll throw it a little bit further. So they're the 3 species that I was talking about. So if this guy picks it up, I'll have fed all 3 species. Oh no, the seagull got it. That big fella. Well, black kite, you missed out. Look at the size of that thing. Whoops. Look at the size of that thing. That is impressive. That's an impressive eagle, an impressive bird of any kind. Raptor. Yeah, so, oh well, the black kite missed out. Wow. That is one big eagle. There you go, seagulls, you can get this chunk that I've got left. There you go. There you go. There he comes running over. Waddling over. Yeah, I know. You gonna eat it or what? What? They are scared of those eagles, so they should be. Even though I don't think they really like eating seagulls, because you pluck a seagull and see what you get. This is like virtually nothing. It's a tiny little elastic stomach that expands out to the size of a football, and just nothing else. The scrawniest thing you could possibly try and eat. Alright. Ugh. Huh. So, this camera's about to switch off, so I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you later.